Hey, howdy. I hope everything is going. I hope everything is working. Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people? Welcome on in to SkyFactory 5, Episode 4. I did not do one last week because I honestly did just not feel like doing anything. Um, I'm trying to keep things, consistent, but sometimes that does not happen. What are we doing this episode, this day, right? What are we doing? For the most part, I want to work on getting a spot for trees rather than just having them here. I think that sounds like a good option. So let's snag up some cobblestone here. I have no audio. Probably because my headphones aren't on. There we go. That might work. Alright. Not that crafting table. This crafting table. We're going to start building out a platform here. I think we will just go off in this direction. We have, like, wands. Construction wands. We do, actually. Hey, how you doing, Rockstar? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's been a minute. I'm still around. Just kind of live streaming almost every Friday. Sometimes I miss it, but I've just been doing SkyFactory. You know, just enjoying it, chilling. Okay, so we probably want to have, like, a walkway down, like, the center. I'm kind of thinking we go off this way. Goodbye, cruel world, and apparently with those. Okay. Gotta be careful. Yeah, well, it happens. That is for sure. Life does have a tendency to get busy sometimes. I'm thinking like tree there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and tree here. And sooner or later, of course, we want to get an ability to auto cut down the trees or auto harvest trees and all of that stuff. But that will be something for the later date. Well, that's a good thing you got into med school. Definitely, definitely. Why is my cell phone going off? Okay. Just my wife. Alright, we're going to need some more cobblestone. We most likely need to get some sort of automation happening here. What's the best way to do this? I think it's, lava and water. But how would we pick up water in this case? Because I don't think the fluid hopper or anything would pick up water out of the world. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's definitely with SkyFactory 5. It definitely has the start being a little iffy in my opinion as well. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, fluid hoppers. Because I already have like a stone barrel here. We just need to get fluid hoppers, which is bricks, which is play Yeah, that's it. Sand and water. I have to remember, it's been a minute since I've actually played this, so we're gonna need to get some more cobblestone before we do anything. I gotta say, one of the weakest points so far that I found in the last episode was getting the purple dye, is you really just had to rely on plants. Which is weird, because there's so many things you could have done other than plants, or you could have done both. Because I went and just got obsidian and thought I could crush obsidian with a diamond hammer. That's not the case, which is kind of disappointing, right? Because that sounds like a good option, because it is one of the many things listed in purple, is that obsidian dust. And apparently I couldn't do it that way, which just kind of irritated me. Okay, I think we're golden. Let's go get the clay we need. Okay, and then... I don't know. Okay, I guess I put all my barrels over here. Fine, I just did not know what I did. It's been... I've slept since then, right? Yeah, that is true. I did notice that as well. Alright, that should get us clay. And then now we just need a wooden hopper. Also, the crafting table stuff, that's the weirdest thing to me. That is the most annoying thing. Apparently I actually already had clay in here. Like, the fact that you have to go make a separate crafting table to make stuff, normally make stuff, is kind of what threw me off from the pack in the very beginning. I could look at getting a normal hopper as well. A rapid hopper from Little Logistics. I kind of forgot those existed. How do we get iron again? Wrong thing. It is this light gray dye. I don't even know if I have any light gray dye. Not enough to matter, I don't think. But that would only give us one piece, right? Do I have any dye over here? I have 2 pieces. Yeah, I was thinking about starting that, but I know I started the first one, and I did like a couple episodes on it, and then just didn't do any more. Mostly because I just kind of got bored of it. The problem with me, like on those kind of packs, is they definitely have to have like thrilling moments the entire time, but that one definitely just did not to me. And yeah, I just didn't give it enough of a chance after I got bored of it, because they nerfed like the generators and all of that stuff and made it a lot more difficult. I don't know. I'm okay with difficult packs. That's what it seems like nowadays. Is anytime I talk about packs, I always seem like, oh, it was difficult, so I just gave up on it. That's not really the case. It's the fact that I have to I'm making episodes on them. If I have to make packs, like videos on episode, if I can English, if I have to make episodes and I cannot make 5 in 2 days, then I will not do the pack. that is kind of the issue, right? I'm doing the current pack. What pack am I playing? Craftoria? Goodness gracious. Like, I can't even think right now. I'm doing Craftoria, and I'm doing Modern Industrialization. And that takes a lot of time. So I've missed a few episodes. So if I were to do, like, a complicated pack, where it's just waiting for hours and hours and hours, I would get absolutely nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. So just keep that in mind. I would love to play more complicated packs. I definitely would. But I definitely can't do that. So I'm thinking, how do I actually do this? Right? Because I need to be able to put lava on top of this. Or is it the other way around? Do I put lava in here? No. Cobble. Recipe. Yes, water into barrel, lava on top. I am correct. So just like this. Okay, hold on. I gotta make the water source before I do that, apparently. But if I do something like this, and then I put a block here, that's not gonna work. So if I do... try to make this compact. That's one of the problems. Okay, so that works there. And then if I'm to take this and put this here, that doesn't work. I did not know that would do that, honestly. I mean, that's okay. I've just got to get the stuff again. Yeah, just cobblestone. Actually, I can't get cobblestone. Hold on. Do I have any cobblestone over here? I gooped a little bit, I guess. Trying to think. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to do more than one fluid hopper. That is, like, I thought that would work, though. I did not expect it to become obsidian. Sorry, I was itching my ear real quick. The fact that that became obsidian. Yeah. So we shall wait on that. We don't have to make, like, a diamond pickaxe or anything. I do have a diamond hammer, and this does not break obsidian down into obsidian dust. We already know that. But it will break the obsidian and give it to us. So that's pretty cool. I've got all the colors. All of them. All 16 of them. See, but that's overrated. I wish this was omnidirectional. That'd be nice. I need more omnidirectional hoppers in my life. Like pneumatic crafts hopper. That's a fantastic thing. Let's see. I really need to get another bucket. Right now I'm just collecting the water. Just for a second. I think the best bet is definitely to make a second one of these real quick. Nope, I keep going to that stupid crafting table. What is that? Is that a flower pot? A big flower pot. Interesting. Didn't even know that was a thing. I think technically this flows out of the side, doesn't it? Because water is weird in this game. Yes. Okay. I'm just trying some things. It is a-okay if we make mistakes. Ooh, I absolutely hate waterlogging things in this game. Yeah, that seemed like a very big waste of development time for this pack, was doing that whole portion of color crafting tables and stuff. It seems like an absolute waste of time. To me, at least. I mean, cool, it's a really nice concept, but man, it sucks in any other thing. Because when I first played this, I was kind of thinking I might want to not play this pack whenever I first saw that, just because of that. And that was on stream, too. I have been playing Minecraft for how many years? 10 plus years? Right? 10, 11 years now? I am in no way a professional Minecrafter. I think Direwolf has been playing longer than I have, and he's still not even a professional Minecrafter. Like, I think whenever you play modded Minecraft, everything else goes out the window. Talent, skills, anything. You name it, it's gone. I definitely should be catching this so I can use it for building, but that's also a difficult task. You need a skyblock that's like forgiving and just like gives you a magnet. First like 2 minutes, you just get a magnet. Make a mod pack and call it like forgiving skyblock. Make it like SkyFactory, make it decent, but then just like straight up make it easy for people. Because I know Forgiving Void is in this pack. Yeah, we can do for now. Till we get more slabs and stuff. Accidentally set myself on fire. That's what we can do. Yeah. You can't get in the barrel, apparently, guys. That's what I was trying to do for a second there. Can you actually stand inside this barrel? Is it a possibility? Okay, it is. I think this is, like, considered a full block. Shucks. I had my hopes up that I could survive that. I was incorrect. Very, very much incorrect. Alright, let's get up a block. Light myself on fire by standing not even in the fire, but that's okay. This is what I call entertainment. Me just burning alive. Basically. I mean, all you'd have to do is basically get, like, the simple magnet mod and just make the crafting recipe different. Give people, like, the very basic magnet. I think simple magnets is in here, even. Maybe. Oh, do we not have, like, a simple magnet mod? Actually, we don't. We have pickle tweaks as magnet, which we could technically obtain that if we wanted to. Would be too difficult. We have ender pearls. One of the very few resources I actually already have. Because Enderman Gates was one of the things we did early on. Okay. That has completed a simple cobblestone farm. Just only required me dying once. I don't know if it really required that, but it's something I gave anyway. You know, like, sometimes you gotta put your whole heart into the performance. Blood, sweat, and, charred body parts. So the quote goes, right? Not blood, sweat, and tears in this case. Just blood, sweat, and charred body parts. Goodness gracious. Oh, that's unhinged. Okay, but that is definitely a very quick method. Also, this definitely looks like a spaceship. That's what I'm thinking. A spaceship. Yeah, I don't think I ever really... Well, I think early on I used some of the stuff from Thermal, but once other mods started coming in that actually provided better options, kind of just ditched it. Like, I think the only thing I ever used was the flux capacitors, I think is what they were called. Man, it's been so long since I played with Thermal. Man, where is Thermal? We need Thermal. Are they just, like, avoiding Thermal now to do Thaumcraft? If so, I mean, that's fine. We need Thaumcraft in this day and age. Let's see. I almost just fell in the hole. I'm losing it, guys. I am losing it. All right. So the center was right here. We're just going to pop that out for a second. And then... So we're 2 out from center. So it would be right here. And then right here. And then just because I want to make it an easier platform to navigate, we're going to just line it up with the original. Let's go grab our crafting station here real quick, so we can make it easier on ourselves. Yeah. I think that was one thing I enjoyed with Thermal back in the day, was the different tiers of machines. Not the augments and stuff, but like the ability to basically make it like basic, like hardened and all of that stuff. That was honestly one of my favorite things, and then of course they took it away for augments. The augments, in my opinion, are okay, but I would prefer being able to like upgrade the tier, like how Powa does it, where you just basically have to craft better materials. Yeah, that's one of those things I loved. And that was back in like 1.6, wasn't it? That makes me feel old. You know, I think that's something else with Minecraft sooner or later, a lot of these people that have been making mods since, you know, the original versions, man, they're getting up there in age. Like I hate to say it, but man, sooner or later we're not gonna have these people. And that's like a really sad thought, but it's like I'm kind of I hope these people, you know, have a good life after they get done modding Minecraft because they basically did like legendary work. That'll be like in the historical textbooks of video games is all the mods in Minecraft. Like Lucky Blocks, man, that whole mod made genres of YouTube videos. Oh goodness gracious. Yeah, I think the one cool thing was they actually even did like the opaque and the, you know, non-opaque kind of cables or the pipes and stuff. That was always so cool to me. You could just turn off visibility, basically increase performance too by doing them as well. It was a really nifty thing. Exactly. Exactly. Honestly, this is something weird. Because I know Dyer doesn't share a lot about his like family life and stuff, but it's like part of me wonders if he does like pass on or something, will anybody even be notified? Like I would assume like Soren, you know, because they're pretty decent friends in that space, but like he might tell the public. But other than that, like, would anybody else? Like that's one of those things where it's like, man, would we know? Would he just stop uploading and that's when we know kind of thing? That's terrifying. Like I don't want to wish ill on anybody, right? Like I don't want to even like put that into the universe, but it's just because honestly, I know there was a content creator I used to watch back in the day, and his mom was the one that notified of his death. And it's just like, man, the dude was, yeah, I think it's in his 20s or 30s. And I mean, he just had a condition his entire life and it just caught up to him. I mean, it's like come out of the blue. I still check on his channel every so often. I know his mom still uploads content on there because she basically has like tribute videos and things to him. And I think she just said, I thought last thing I saw was that she lost both of her kids. Kind of a whole messed up situation. Anyway, back to like non-sad, terrible things. We're building an area for trees. Yeah, I remember that too. Just the odds and ends, you could just hear them in the background. Yeah, I mean, honestly, hearing about anybody pass away is just, it's a sad thing in all honesty. I mean, yeah, it can't be avoided. It's a sad thing, and I wish it didn't happen. But I think there was a lot of people with Technoblade and his passing. I think a lot of people, you know, were saved or helped not think of bad things in a sense, and that is awesome. I think the impact he had on people rather than the game. I know a lot of people say he did a lot of things for the game, and I couldn't care about that. That's not what his life was about. I just screwed that all up because I waterlogged it. Oh well, I have cobblestone. Let me go make a new one of these. But it's just like, I think that's the thing we forget about in life is people like him created stability for people. I think that's a weird way to put it, but it's I think the more truthful answer, that rather than just saying he was just a content creator, he made a lot of people realize life is, you know, fleeting, I guess you could say as well. But he also gave a lot of people hope. I hope not. Hope not, but you never know. The thing with life, you could turn a corner and get hit by a car, right? Like I had some lady come in to my work today, and I was sat down and helped her, and she's just talking about how her husband passed away, and man, oh, that hit like a truck, right? Like she's just talking about how Valentine's Day and you need to go out and just spend some time with your loved ones and things of that sort. And it's just like, goodness gracious. It's true though, you know, like making phone calls and stuff, right? Make sure you check on your family, even if you aren't really that close to them. Check on them. Make sure they're doing good. Getting sappy with shut door, right? That's what everybody's plan is today, right? I'm sorry. Goodness gracious. Yeah, just talking about her first husband. The lady I think was like 81 years old. I mean, just one of those things, you know. I think there's I think it's a good idea to sit down and talk to some old people. You know, they got a lot of experience in life, right? Some of it may be out of date, but not all of it. Some of it's like that stuff you can't just say, "Oh, that was you. That's your experience." It's like now that happens to everybody. Loved ones passed away. You know, they all young, old, can't be helped. And of course, if you're in America and your family member dies, good luck getting time off, right? I don't want to be political, so I will drop that one. But yeah, had that happen a handful of times. It does suck. That's all I gotta say. All right, so that is 10 pieces. I need to probably make at least I want to make at least 2 more sets because I want to be able to plant at least one of each tree and maybe doubles of some, like light gray, for example. Yeah, it might be a good option to look at because I know, of course, that does make hunger like decrease a lot. And of course, if I start eating apples, that's going to be a thing where we're losing dye. Um, let's see. So let's just make another whole set. And let's also get our cobblestone gen back up because I broke it. Okay. We're already full on it, but that's still good. I also do need to get... I'm going to get rid of this. Let's see. What's the best way to do that? Just... Perfect. I like clean up a little bit here. Usually, but that's the fun of this whole thing, right? I need to make like a little hut. So I can have like my storage and stuff in there. We will get to it. One thing at a time. I think I probably could. I think. Because they require slabs. You technically could. Yeah, they're just like that. They aren't that bad. I don't know. Do they actually hold as much? I think chests actually hold less than this. 32? No. 32 base stack, size multiplier, 1 slot. So 32, 64. Yeah, so that actually holds more than this, I do believe. Because 9 times 3, 27... times 64 is 1,728. So you're actually better to make this than you would be a normal chest. Interesting. I didn't even think about that. Alright, let's just get this finished up here real quick. Yeah, I didn't color sophisticated chests. That was actually by default, I think. But yeah, the colors and stuff is an interesting concept in general. And the different types of wood. Guess it makes the mod more sophisticated, doesn't it? Not just having one wood type. Not even the upgrades, just the different wood types. That's what makes it sophisticated, exactly. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Hmm. Gonna need some more leaves or something. And also, if you did a limited, or actually, if you do sophisticated storage in any capacity, you could put a hopper upgrade in this and then just set the thing next to it instead of under it. That'd be an interesting thing. You could do that with a barrel, too. The coarse dirt. What is this? Colored dirt? What, fish? Oh, that way you get 4, looks like. Interesting. That even how that work? That shouldn't even work that way. I didn't even know that. I don't play vanilla. Not enough. Last time I did, it ended in drama. I didn't even want to think about that. but now I am. Shucks. I think they just started season 2. Honestly, this is a side tangent. If you ever see an SMP and all of the original members besides 3 join, like start season 2, and all of the other ones are gone, probably don't join. You know? Kinda doesn't sound like a good idea. So many people joined them, though. Actually, I don't even know who joined them, because I didn't even care enough to look, but... yeah. Absolute joke. Couldn't even rename it, man. And then we also do need to light up this platform. Which I think we can do by doing this. Getting some sticks. Doing that, right? Yep, okay. Yeah. I don't mind playing with, like, other people, right? It's just, I feel like there's a lot of potential hazards, especially with YouTube, right? Because, let's be honest, there's some terrible people who make Minecraft YouTubers have a bad name out there. And that does happen, right? Like, genuinely, you can find some awful people if you do like SMPs and stuff. And I found awful people. I also found some decent people, right? That I speak to occasionally that have, you know, no other content or anything of that sort. But it's just one of those many things that could happen. And I have learned my lesson. I will not be doing another SMP for a long while unless I find people that actually want to get together and actually play the game without content for a while and actually get to know people and then jump into it all. Because that's one thing I did do, was I kind of just jumped in and started playing with these people I've never met, which is never a good idea. But I kept a lot of the content restricted, where I would barely film around other people. So that way it kind of just was like, hey, they're online. Let's go bug them. We poke them. We talk for a minute. Then we peace out. But like members like Fallen, Pumpkin, that gentleman, I've been playing with him since TACSMP. And that was one of the cases where like TACSMP, where we actually got along and basically everybody's kind of still around and we talk occasionally, but it's like other people, and not so much on the other season, the other SMP that I did, right? So just one of those things, right? So the reason I'm lighting up though is because then I can grow trees at night. That's why I did this, by the way. Because we were having issues in the very beginning where trees would not grow at all, and it was because of the light. That's why I just did that, by the way, Rockstar. I'm not crazy. I mean, I am, but not crazy for that. See, my thing with that, and I'm just going to say brief statement, the biggest thing is you have two sides of every story, right? One where Hermitcraft is saying X, Y, and Z, and relating to whoever actually reported him and all of that stuff, and they probably heard those people's stories. And now we could say that person's story is legitimate and or false. Of course, we don't know what that statement fully was. I don't think I ever even seen it. So it may be out there, it may be a legitimate thing, and that may be the legitimate reason why they got rid of him. And you don't really want that to be in that scenario, especially because how big Hermitcraft is, all of the deals and sponsorships and all of the stuff these people have were at risk. So technically, from a business angle, getting rid of him was the quickest, best public-facing option possible, right? You don't look at it as like they were all friends. We don't know how they were behind scenes. Everybody had their own group of people and things of that sort. Now, with the whole Iskal side, he is a grown man. The people that he supposedly did things with or talked to were grown adults, from what I know. And so that's a whole adult situation. If there's no charges being pressed against him, then most likely it is slanderous and all of that jazz. And yeah, that's one of those things where it's kind of just like they just did it to ruin his reputation, and there's nothing they could do because the story was most likely not legitimate, or the story happened long enough ago that it couldn't have been anything. They just kept it in their back pocket. It's one of those things where you don't have enough facts, but from a lot of the context, I think it's just it's one of those things where you really have to know people are human, I guess you could say, because I'm not gonna say he's not a great person or a bad person or whatever, because I don't know. I don't know him personally. I don't know any of them, right? But that is just one of those many mysteries in life. But that's kind of like my take on it, and listening to a lot of the stuff and seeing a lot of the posts from it, because I did keep up with some of it, not all of it, but definitely there's a large gap of like what actually happened and who reported it and why they reported it, kind of thing. And if Hermitcraft did give him like an hour to kind of come and confess his sins, that's a little off-putting. But for a business aspect, it makes some sense, if that makes sense. I definitely don't back up if they did give him an hour and that was like a legitimate thing. I do not back that up, because that definitely, it should have been a slower discussion, because jumping into things like that can and will harm people's reputation, as we saw. But I highly doubt he will make a YouTube video in the next like 6 months, in all honesty. Yeah, I don't think I even saw the screenshots, in all honesty. Because after I heard about it, I just kind of said, they're adults. If he's not a pedophile, like, I know I'm not supposed to say that word on YouTube, but if he's not one, honestly, I couldn't really care. It sounds more like stuff that he was dealing with in his own life. And you don't know where that guy was whenever he, what point of life he was when he said stuff like that. I know it's not an excuse, but it's also one of those things where it's like, we're human. We say some dumb shit sometimes. Pardon my French, but we do. Right? Like, it's life. You say it, you regret it, you move on. I know that's like not the thing people want to hear a lot of the times, but what are you gonna do? How you doing, James? Oh, did he start making content again? Let me actually look. I'm actually kind of curious. Oh, he actually did. Okay. Interesting. How you doing, though, James? I hope you're doing well. We're just talking about drama. You know. Hanging in there. Well, I mean, at least you're in there, right? Now, the one thing I don't understand with a lot of like drama and things of that sort is um is people like actually defending people that are awful, genuinely awful people. That's one thing I always kind of just don't understand is when people do that. I don't really have like a good case for that, like, but I know there's some out there that I just can't think of right now. The whole thing with that, I'm just gonna talk about that real quick because you brought it up. I have no idea what the hell is happening with that. I hear some like snippets, and then it's just like this dude comes out with like a whole website of receipts, and I'm just like, well, damn. And I don't know what's happening with that, honestly. But it's because I don't really prefer to get into drama and stuff like that. I try to avoid it. You know, like, if it ever comes out that I like to look at people's feet like that, you know, things like that. People just love to pick things apart. And I don't know why I said that as an example, but like, I don't like looking at people's feet. Honestly, feet are kind of meh, kind of disgusting in my opinion. You don't know where those people been stepping, right? Like, never mind. All right, that's next question. Oh, dig myself into a hole. But see, that's one of those things, right? Is where I could say something during a live stream that is completely out of context, but people could make like a drama video about it. It's like I don't understand how or why you could sit there all day trying to just like pull apart somebody to be like, they said this and it means this. I'm a little unhinged today, if you guys couldn't tell. I will get to the tree portion of this in a little bit. I am just trying to clean up so that way we can actually freely move around the base a little bit better here. Yeah, and people are strange, and human behavior is strange, and all of that. Like, I think that's one thing people underestimate is how strange people can be. Because I have met some freaks in my life, right? And it's just they think they're normal, and it's just a really weird thing. Okay, see, the problem with that statement, we do not kink shame, is I personally do kink shame because there's some kinks out there that are morally and socially unacceptable. That is where I draw the line. If you are at the point of almost committing a crime, no, nah, no, boo boo, stop that. Now, if it's anything else, like you go, boo boo. You do you, boo boo. But like, you got to draw a line somewhere. Because like, as long as I guess there's as long as there's two consenting adults or one consenting adult kind of thing, and they're doing it to themselves, I guess you can consider that like okay. But you gotta draw a line somewhere. I think that's with like a lot of things in life. And that's one of those things where a lot of people don't even understand to draw like lines in their own life, like normally. And then when it comes to like anything kinky, they don't know where to draw a line and they get very uncomfortable and or violated, I guess you could say. So it's like I think before anybody gets into like anything like that, you need to understand where you're comfortable at in life. Basically, know yourself before you start doing anything freaky. What did I say? I don't even know what I said at this point. Like yeah, because you know, if your parents ever hear about it, they're probably going to be disappointed in you. Yeah, like you know, ask me how I know. I'm just kidding. No, no. Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely unhinged today. On this episode of How Unhinged is Shut Door today. You know, like, uh, no, why did I do that? I have the bucket of water. I was trying to turn. Oh, oh goodness gracious. I think my personal line is anything to do with a blender. I'm kidding, by the way. That's so stupid. Oh. Oh, goodness gracious. I think that's all the dirt. I lost one piece. Okay. So how many is this now? 3, 6. No, 5. 5, 3, 8. 8, 16. So that's actually enough. We'll probably do more later down the line. But we almost have a clean inventory. So I want to put these up here. Okay. I think we've got a partially clean inventory at least. A little bit better than we were. So let's grab one of each sapling. We'll go get these guys planted. We'll grab the watering can as well. Oh. All right. We should have enough space, enough light. Couch guy. I don't think that rings a bell. Are these too close together? They might be too close. Yeah, I might want to get rid of that middle one and just push them off to the side. I was hoping that would work. Oh, goodness gracious, I forgot how big that big tree was. See, I'm at the age where the infamous two girls in a plastic cup were common. You know, have I ever watched that? No, I've never watched that, but I know it exists, and I refuse to ever look at it because I am not that curious. Any day now. I feel like a better watering can there actually is. Yes, exactly. Just like how most political systems in the world work, if there's a problem, just ignore it. Or make it worse, either or. The world we live in, right? Just make it worse. I don't even know what you're talking about at this point, Rockstar. I think I know what you're talking about, but I'm not even sure. Isn't that the like video where the long distance girlfriend comes in and he's like getting all handsy with another woman? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I think I know. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. I remember that one vaguely because of course it was, PG-13. What in the nine hells is this? I do not have Inferium yet. That'll probably be the next thing I work on. I have the seeds and stuff for that to get started. I just haven't done it yet. I think this was the kind of first step so we could actually start getting some resources. More or less. We will work on the Lumberjacks probably another time. Let me go grab the sickle. Yeah, it does. That is for sure. Oh, my inventory is already full. There's so much stuff. Hold on. Nope, that's the wrong chest. Goodness gracious, I got like hiccups now. I already need like a backpack. And since things don't break, I could probably put that watering can inside of some mechanical user or something like that. Oh, we actually got Inferium Essence from this. Not a whole lot, but still. I'll have to look at that. Alright, let's just open these guys. That gave us a zombified piglin, a pink vein creeper. Okay, piglin brute gateway, crystal zombie gateway, and a titan magenta vein creeper. We also have a light gray loot bag, which gave us a witch gateway. Ooh, that's a nice one. It's been a minute since I played with anything having cyclic in it. Let's put away the apples. Got one more apple that I missed. I'm definitely gonna miss some leaves, that is for sure. I'm like still on a difficulty, right? Like, I just feel like I'm using this vein miner quite a lot, and it's not really doing a whole lot in the way of like hunger degradation. Degradation? Segregation? What? The growth enchantment? Oh yeah, this thing. Because if you can get that, yeah, you can just put that in an armor stand, can't you, I do believe? And that'll actually allow for it to grow around. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's the one of the ways you can use that. Whee! Alright, that is all 16 colors we just chopped down. But I definitely want to make changes to this. But I think for now, we're actually going to work on wrapping this up here. Let's see. Just get everything tossed away. And what do we actually have in the way of these guys? Do we have anything that we could do that wouldn't be terrible? We could try the mushroom one. Dude, but where's the fun in that? I want it to be overpowered, you know? I want the enchant to just overpower everything. Make it rare, you know? Alright, here we go. Mushroom Gateway. I'm probably gonna die. You can actually spawn this right here in the middle. Let's see what happens. Ooh, these guys hurt. And their range. Yep. I knew whenever they hit me from that range, I was dead. It's a little ridiculous on that range. Just a smidgen. Man, that is some wild range. Dang it. I think the strategy is to die so they lose aggro, and then proceed to just kill them. It looks like it's the best one. The best method so far. Alrighty, Rockstar. Have a good one. Get some good sleep. While I continue to die here for a minute. Death to the Empire. I got 2 froze in a row. The fro must be the most common one. Okay, we have taken out a trophy, which is fantastic. That is a good thing to do almost every stream, because if I don't, then I probably will not get through them. But I definitely need some, like, armor or something. Maybe next episode. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been an absolute blast, and I can't not wait to see you guys in the next one. Stay awesome. Bye-bye.